global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
The governor of Rivers State is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that he totally eradicate every form of illegality that was established by Governor Wike. Interestingly, this time around, it has to do with a particular land that was acquired by Governor Wike for his personal use, according to the information made available to us. Interestingly, the people of the community, after noticing that the land, which was meant for public use and which was a revenue center for an Obiokpo local government area, has been turned to a private use. A mall was built on it, cried out, and right now Fubara is about to teach Wike another big lesson. Let's hear what a particular group have to say about the secret plan of Fubara to get back the land that actually belongs to the people of Oginigba from Wike. The Rivers Transparency Watch Initiative has expressed support for the Rivers State government plan to revoke the certificate of occupancy for the former Trans Amadi slaughter market land on which a popular shopping mall now stands. The group commended the decision, which was prompted by a peaceful protest from the residents of Oginigba community in Obiokpo local government area of the state, who alleged land grabbing by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. In a statement signed by its president, Dr. Charles Ume RTWI, stated that it has credible information that the Oginigba community was misled into believing that the land would be used for a government project only to later discover that it was allocated to a private shopping mall owned by the former governor of the state for commercial purposes. Ume urged the Rivers State government to conduct a thorough investigation into the allegation and take necessary action if due procedures were not followed in the acquisition of the disputed land. He emphasized that the government is the rightful owner of all land and stressed that the certificate of occupancy for any illegally acquired land should be revoked. According to him, he says that the Rivers Transparency Watch Initiative (RTWI) welcomed the plan by the Rivers State government to revoke the certificate of occupancy of the former Trans Amadi Slaughter market land on which a private shopping mall now stands. The move is timely and commendable as the state cannot afford to allow the illegal conversion of public property into private use. The administration of Governor Sim Fubara has once again demonstrated that it has the interests of Riverians at heart by promptly reacting to the peaceful protest by the people of Oginigba community in Obiokpo local government area of the state over alleged land grabbing by the former governor of the state, now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Credible information at our disposal revealed that the Oginigba community was misled into believing that the land would be used for a government project only to later discover that it was allocated to a private shopping mall owned by the former governor of the state for commercial purposes. It is unheard of for a public property such as a whole market to be criminally converted into private use. It is disheartening to hear the distressing account that was shared by the protester. We call on Rivers State government to conduct a thorough investigation into the matter and take necessary action. If due procedures were not followed in the acquisition of the disputed land, His Excellency Sim Fubara has established a reputation for integrity and transparency, and we trust that he would do justice to this particular issue and other similar cases. We ask that these actions be extended to other similar cases to rectify the illegality introduced into the land allocation system in the state. Constitutionally, the governor is the rightful owner and guardian of all lands in Rivers State. Therefore, Governor Fubara should revoke all illegally acquired land certificate of occupancy in the best interest of the state. This is really interesting, I must say. And then let's just look at some of the reactions of Nigeria. See, someone here said there are a lot of things this man has done to Rivers people, and those Mumu pulpit assembly members can't talk when Wike was ruling, but they now have the guts to sit and plan to impeach Fubara. It won't work, and they have failed woefully. That his structure that's protecting is already crumbling before his very eyes, cause only his few gangs can stand against the masses. He makes that mistake and fix Fubara there to open all his secret, and that's how God Almighty does his own things. Other person here say there is doubt in grabbing. Wike thought some of his followers in Oginigba once wanted to pocket the people like slaves. Nothing God can't do. This one said Wike is a very greedy person. He is carrying elephant on his head, antelope on his hands, and also carrying grasshopper and bush pig, but also trapping squirrels under his feet to add to his load. That shows high level of greed. He chased away Ikoku's paper at Ikwere Road and Oluobasanjo. His unfilled eastern bypass at Oginigba and converted it to his own government land at GRA Junction Fly over our now hypercities and convert it to a personal property, just to mention but a few. Whoa, this guy has done so much. I'm telling you, a lot of Rivarians are just coming up to share their thoughts on what Wike, his high-handedness, he used to do in the land of River State, and it's very interesting, I must say. This one says, Fubara, do the right thing. If that land was criminally collected by Wike, quick, revoke the C of O immediately. I mean, this is getting very interesting. I must say, someone here said, I want to believe that Fubara knows what he is doing. Governance by vendetta always have terrible consequences later when you least expect it. Those who are hailing you today may turn around against you tomorrow. The governor should not allow himself to be pushed by any extra force to do what will attract public sympathy for his opponent. Fubara, watch it. I come in peace. Now, we have to clarify this. One of the things that have made Nigeria or kept Nigeria where we are right now is actually the fact that um, corruption has been legalized, especially by public officers. I mean, people use every available opportunity they have to loot, to strip others of choices, properties. They use it to do all manner of things. They use it to frustrate people. So I feel that what Fubara is doing is not wrong. Now, first of all, that land was slaughtered. Possibly there was some reasonable amount of revenue that was gotten by the Obiokpo local government uh, area council. They were getting some, stuff from there. But coming to change the narrative and keep it for private use to the benefit of your personal self is totally wrong. We have countless of land, in Obiokpo. So I feel that if Governor Wike had any intention to do anything, he would have gone for all those other land than for you to strip the public of what is putting food on their table. Is absolutely wrong. Now you can hear how a lot of people are talking. People are coming up with different story about him. Someone here says the government should not revoke the C of O. The shopping mall should also be demolished, and the criminal who covered the property by tricks should be probed. Now, I mean, people are just trying to go the right path because if Wike was in the shoes of Fubara, that's the same thing he would have done. We've seen so many cases of such happening. Okay, for example, see what he's doing in Abuja. He's doing superbly well. But at the same time, we know that there are some moves he's taking which is a product of vendetta. You don't stand on his way. A time came, it was almost like revoking every land in Abuja. And he won't stop at it. He will keep on doing it as long as he's satisfying his Oga. This one said, Fubara should know that and learn what the law says in governance. He is pushing the state into debt and crisis ahead. Illegal acquired, illegally acquired, or what were they saying? There was a C of O and you are saying illegally again. If you are the governor, you have the right to illegally acquire any property. But then if that property was sitting on government land or government revenue point and you now acquire it, of course, it must be revoked because you have broken the law. So a lot of people are excited with the latest development. But let's watch to hear what will happen in the nearest future because this thing is
global happenings today.